So retiring, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to retire until I die.
It's not so much retiring because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be the person who has no job.
Yeah, well, I figure
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I would go insane.
Well, no, when I retire, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah, like you're gonna do stuff.
Yeah, I'll go crazy. I go crazy in like the 2 months off we have in the summer.
I know. What do you do?
Go crazy. Go crazy. I go nuts.
You just go crazy.
Hey, welcome to Ed, a podcast about the teaching life. This is Check-In 36, and I'm your host, Jane Lawrence. Ed is a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network, powered by ATB. And what am I doing? I don't know. This month, I am joined by Nadine Young. I want to say another. We have 2 Nadines in the building.
Yeah, that's
I messed
true.
it up. I'm just going to mess everything up. That's okay. It's the same old, same old. I'm joined by Nadine Young.
Hi.
That's your cue. Right on.
That's me.
That's it. That's all you have to say for
Okay,
yourself.
good.
Awesome. Good. And we're not joined by Sean this month because I don't know, he's a ragamuffin and a ne'er-do-well.
Wow.
I don't know. He came in my room and it was just like something about family and spending time, and he left. I don't know.
You're like, wow.
I don't know. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing.
Just like that. Is it that easy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so I think this will just be the episode where we just harp on Sean a bunch.
Ditchers. People who ditch you at the last minute.
Ditchers. I like it. Yes. Let's do it. Who are the worst people we know? Let's call them out. No, I haven't even talked to you about what I want to talk about. But first of all, Happy New Year.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's happy. Well, what do you mean? Wasn't Christmas great for you? Didn't you have a great Christmas? Oh, I
Okay,
sure liked
what-
opening all those
Are
presents.
you kidding me right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What do you call it? It's January 1st today.
Oh, well,
When
isn't it great? Happy New Year to you too, Shane.
Thank you. Boy, I sure had a great New Year's.
Me too.
All right,
I was
good.
in Jamaica.
What were you?
Uh-huh.
How was it?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, rocking.
Yeah, cool. You give up. Okay, anyway. Wow.
Yeah.
It's not actually.
Talk about talking in the
We're
future.
recording this.
It better be good now.
Yeah. It's all theater of the mind. But honestly, this is going to be a New Year's episode. We're going to talk about some
okay.
we're going to talk New Year's resolutions.
Ooh, are
Yeah.
we talking about that right now?
Not like the avoiding, trans fats and
Yeah.
finally using
Oh
your
gosh,
whatever.
are you
exercise
really
regime
going
that
to
they-
talk about that right now?
No. Well, yeah, we are because it's the New Year. Happy New Year's.
Oh, Happy New Year.
This is the second worst episode to record.
Oh.
The worst one is when you have to record the September episode at the end of June. You're like, hey, it's back to school. And it's actually
Oh, man.
June and you're dead inside. And on
You
the
are
outside.
killing me. I can't believe we're going to talk about this right now.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's going to be great.
All right. It will. Okay.
It's forcing us to look forward.
This is like one of those things I really, I deeply ponder, like resolutions in terms of not like breaking them or anything like that, but really just things that I would really like to do better or different or,
Okay, you're getting carried away though, because we still have wins and fails first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. So
okay,
you-
but I'm
you
just
said
telling
you
you.
were gonna wreck my
I'm
show,
just giving
so
you a heads
that's
up.
all right.
Like that's a deep conversation for me. But okay, but anyway.
Nobody wants to.
Okay,
Well, no. Okay, good.
back it
Wins
up.
and fails. Yeah.
Anything a fail?
Just, well, I mean, whatever. It can be funny. It can be like genuine.
Yeah. Fail.
what was it?
Big fail for me. That's a tough one. I can't even think of a big fail this one.
Well, it can be a win or a fail. It doesn't have to be both. It can be either
Oh,
or. It can be a
okay.
win or a fail. Sean always does like, oh, I got to win. I fed the pigeons or something, whatever it is. He does some sort of inspiring thing that makes you feel even worse.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, wow, that's your win.
Yeah, see? And here's us slagging on Sean again. This is good. I like this. This is great.
He's gonna love it. Make sure he gets a copy.
He doesn't listen to this.
Win. You know what? For me, today
Yeah.
was a big win.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so you got to win. Go for it.
Because it's the last. Oh shoot, I can't.
Why?
Because this is going in January.
It doesn't matter. No, wins are separate from.
I know, but it's going to be weird talking about your last day of classes in January.
Well, you're making it weird.
Okay, new win. New win.
Oh, new win. Okay.
New
good.
win.
Yeah.
Okay, my win this year. I have a big fail actually.
Go for it.
Okay, the big fail is I didn't decorate my classroom at all. Not one lick of decorations in my classroom.
And we used to go at it. Like we used to have classrooms across the hall from
You
each
and I
other.
head to head.
Oh, big time.
I know.
It was vicious.
It
and
was
now that I'm gone, the fire is out.
Not a blessed thing.
Oh my goodness.
Not even a tree.
Wow.
Not even a candy cane.
I mean, nothing in my room, but that's because I have no excuse. I don't know. Maybe it's that lack of the competition, right?
Where
Just
are you?
I don't care.
Come back downstairs.
That'd be really hard to. I'd have to cram 30 computers in that room. That'd be tough.
Okay, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
And it's hot down there, so forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. That's a fail. That's a big fail. Poor kids. They got robbed this year.
Yeah, because there's some nice rooms I've been looking around.
I know, not mine.
Yeah, but it's a big time saver.
That's why I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that and injuries and damage.
I know. And then just like time killing, and the kids get really they get all amped up.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about, having to take it all down.
Yeah. It's like, no, I don't
I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So it's a fail for the children, but a win for you.
Hey,
there you go.
You just made it a win fail.
There you go. We call them twins. Twins. I have those all the time. Oh, but this is just killing me because this thing happened earlier in the month, and I can't remember what it was. But when it happened, I was like, "There's my fail right there," but I don't remember what it was. And it's just mustn't have been that bad, right?
Sounds like a good one, though.
No, I don't. Oh, you know what it was? No, it's an actual heart-wrenching fail.
Oh no!
It was a fail. I remember what it was now. I had I got into a legit argument with a student. All this relationship building we talk about and blah blah blah. And I had a student, and this student has been challenging from day one, and this is year 3.
Ooh!
And we had it out. And in a way that I don't think I've ever had in my whole career.
Wow.
And it was just, I got mad. I got mad is the thing.
Okay.
I got actually mad.
Yep.
And I was not a good teacher in that moment. It was bad. I share this only in the hopes that other people have been there before.
I'm sure you're not the first.
I'm sure. But,
not to the point of being mad, but I've had fails where I've said things that I wish I could take back.
Yeah.
And then I've had to actually pull a kid aside and say, I'm really sorry.
And I did. I went back and I apologized, and then fantasized about shooting them to the moon in the box. But
I'm only doing this because I know I'm supposed to. But deep down, I have no desire.
I legitimately, I apologized because I needed to apologize. And that's what, good people do. That's what nice humans do. And I legitimately meant it when I apologized. But then I went home and, started thinking, okay, so cardboard box, 25,000 pounds of thrust.
So they really know how to crank it. You know what I mean? They just...
It wasn't even that. I'm the kind of person where I don't have any, I tend usually not to have any setting between just chill and just freaking rage. I don't have that. That day was not, it wasn't rage. I was angry, but I'm one of the people where things just kind of pile up. And it doesn't affect me until it hits a certain tipping point. So it did. And I was just so just 3 years of just irresponsibility and lying and rudeness just suddenly kind of caught up to me. And so it was a fail because it was not a relationship building moment.
Yeah, no, you made no friends that day.
Yeah, but you know what I'm thankful for though in that is I know that at this age, kids are so remarkably resilient. I went home and I felt like crap. I didn't sleep, and I don't lose sleep over anything, nothing.
Yeah, sleep is coveted. Yes.
Yeah, I family members die. Great night of sleep. Whatever. Money's not coming in. Don't lose any sleep. Nothing makes me stay up. But I lost sleep that night because it just was tearing me up.
Yeah.
Next day it's like, hey, Mr. Lawrence. I'm like, hey.
You're like, what?
Okay, we're good now.
Yeah.
So
it's true. They're pretty resilient, and I think they recognize when they're, they went too far too.
Oh, maybe.
And then they're like, well.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Lawrence, we're good, right?
Yeah.
So.
No, not this dude.
No?
Nope. No, nothing like that.
Okay.
But just like, okay, we're back to normal now. Now we're
Yeah.
just back to not yelling and just, another day where I could be myself. And
They forget we're humans too, though.
yeah, they do.
Like, come on.
They do.
I do leave here. I do
Yeah.
not sleep here.
Yeah.
Yes, you might
and
see
then they're
me
like,
in
"Wait, you
another
sleep?
environment.
What?"
Yeah. You're at Superstore. What are you doing here?
Buying food for my human pets. This first episode of 2019 is brought to you by ATB. Do you want a bank that doesn't keep you on the bench? ATB is a proud supporter of hockey across Alberta. From grassroots to pro, ATB helps teams across the provinces and the countless volunteers that make community hockey possible. To learn more, just strap on your skates and head over to atb.com/hockey. All right, let's get back to the show. Yeah, so that was it was actually like a legit fail that I can't spin. It was just bleh, it sucked, but I'm over it. I feel better now. I'm looking forward to this new year that lay before us with Christmas behind us. We're back at it.
Right
Yes, we
on.
are.
Let's go.
All right. So I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. I haven't done these in a while. So just looking ahead to, and again, not the avoiding fatty foods
Right.
and using your exercise machine that you never use. But yeah, what do you want to do better? Or what do you want to stop doing? Or what do you want to change, I guess, in the coming year?
Wow.
And keeping it sort of education-y.
Yes. I figured you didn't want to know my personal. Well.
No, I don't. Wait, you have a life outside of school?
That's right.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You can't talk about your life. You're a teacher.
You have friends?
That's
That's the one that always gets my kids, right?
Yeah.
Is to tell them I have friends. I'm like, wait,
Teachers
what?
don't have
You
friends.
friends? Like, what do you?
All you guys do is read books.
Yeah, I wish. Ugh,
I
wish
know.
had
I
time to read
actually
books.
love to read books.
Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Biggest struggle this year. So for us this year, September to June, right? Mm-hmm. The number of kids who are not at grade level, it increases in number. Mm. And for me, what I would like to do better is I'm not a miracle worker. I know people think you are as a teacher, like, wow, you're the professional. You should know how to, meet every kid's need and understand every issue that a kid could possibly have and know exactly what to do. Mm-hmm. No. However, I still would like to, at the end of the day, feel that I have, set it up so that a student has the ability to go from, where they were when they first came in to where they are at the end of the year. Like there's some kind of
level of growth
or progress.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for them to, shoot, for the stars or anything like that, but some measure of improvement in understanding or conceptual understanding. Something.
Yeah. And that's especially hard. Like you're all core, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing science and math, and that's where the numbers are really precise, and there's a lot of data. So you've got to make sure that for an options teacher, I teach the same chunk of kids you do, right? But for me, it's I don't say it's not as rigorous, but it's not. I'm not as tied to the numbers either, right?
Right.
So and adaptation's a bit different because I'm dealing with, it's mostly like tools and projects, and they can kind of define a lot of what they want to do later on in the year, especially. So, depending where they're at, it's a lot easier to adapt to that, right?
Right.
And I'm not bound to a curriculum, right?
Don't even talk to me.
Okay.
It's going to be a weird podcast
Let's
if you don't talk to me.
Just have another 20 minutes of silence from here on out.
It'll be a weird no talking.
Yeah. Okay, that was horrible. I'm looking ahead to my year, and I don't know. I could always go with, my usual resolution, which is just to be better at marking, because I suck at marking. No, that's not true. I'm very good at marking. I just
don't get it done.
I don't get it done, and I hate it. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can.
Can I say
marking is probably the least. When I first started teaching, I'm like, ooh, marking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But only because it let you know, for me, it indicates whether I've taught it Because at the beginning of the year, they didn't understand it. At the end of a subject, the end of a subject, they understand it.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like, wow, look, progression.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's fair.
But now it's kind of like 90 tests.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I got to mark 90 tests.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, I kind of miss marking essays.
What?
I know. Isn't that weird?
How?
But I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, I guess I think I miss it, and then I really start thinking about it, and I'm like, no, I'm okay. But I don't know. But there's some element of just like, I'd like fixing grammar and like logical errors and stuff like I don't get to any of that. It's like, you do Photoshop and it's like, okay, yeah, you know how to use filters, right? There's some layers in here, right? You named it properly.
Right.
Good. 5 out of 5, done, right? Whereas, at least I miss interacting with ideas, right? Because I'm not doing as much of that in, computers and, drama is its own thing. And yeah, but especially like computers, I teach that the most, and I'm not wrestling with that kind of stuff anymore. So, but with that said, I mean, yeah, marking, because I mean, especially now that I do all my markings digital. So it used to be I had a pile of marking on my desk, like a literal pile.
Yeah, I
now
remember.
don't.
I saw those piles.
Yeah, my pile's invisible now.
Oh, is that better or worse?
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, because you can't see it.
There's no cue, right? There's not. I go home and it's like, well, all this crap on the desk is mine, not my kids. No marking here. So,
right.
Out I go. Right. I mean, also have to pick up the kids and blah blah blah. Right. There's also that, and family time. All that crap that Sean was talking about while he's not here. Anyway, so. So for me though, I think I want to just get better at that. I mean, because there's times too where I know I'm facing down the clock and I'm like, I got time, I can mark.
Yeah.
Or I could work on this other thing that's also related to my job.
Right.
That needs to get done. And it's more fun.
It is definitely more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I think that's where I want to go. And I mean, I'll check back with myself in June and see how I did. But just, getting things back in a more timely fashion. And I don't know. That's where I want to go.
Neat.
We'll see.
Neat. Yeah. It's I think the size of our classrooms, it makes it very difficult to really be able to be what you would like to be for every student. And then, like our goal, our school goal is to have every student improve in 1 year. I can't remember if that's like
have 1 year's worth of progress.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to go up a grade level regardless. So if they come in grade 7, but they're at a grade 3 level, you want them to go up to grade 4 level.
Yeah. You want them to have 1 year's
worth of progress within 1 year, one calendar year.
Okay. And you got 30 kids, but they're not all at the same place. So it's like, wow. Yeah. So it's a bit overwhelming, but I wish I could. I know we're still navigating it. I've got people who are trying to be supportive and help me out, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
But until we figure that process out, right now it's kind of like I feel like I'm trying to keep my head above water.
I felt that way for 15 years.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
This is the first year I felt like that.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that. I take it back.
I'm going to start getting worse teachers on this show.
I actually said I said to someone, I think it was an administrator, I said, I am actually overwhelmed this year. And I've never felt this overwhelmed. Yeah. And it's only because I really feel like I'm not hitting the mark. Yeah. And it bothers me. Yeah. And I need help. So.
Yeah, you're like super organized and stuff.
I try.
Yeah, you succeed. So.
Thanks, Shane.
I'm goosing it a little bit just for the sake of drama and whatever else. I'm okay. Although like every like April, May, like my wife knows.
Yeah.
Like,
don't even bother.
Don't even bother trying to, get me to like husband or dad very much because the husband and dadding, I do it, but it's like I'm on empty. If I'm not overwhelmed, I'm darn close to it. But that's just that part of the year.
When it comes to marking for me, it's not so much that I just like, well, you know what? It needs to be done. Let's get it done. It's more so I cannot stand seeing it there. I hate it. So I get it done. If the kids write a test today, I almost want it back the next day. So it's one thing that I'm done.
Yeah, because they pile up quick, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, done. And they're asking, Mrs. Young, and I know I don't make it any easier for anybody else. Well, Mrs. Young gets it done the next day.
Yeah.
And everybody they give you that, daggers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
I'm not Mrs. Young.
Yeah.
So
Do I look like her?
back in your cage, child.
Yeah. So I'm trying. Hey, there are some days I don't get it back the next day, Shane.
Me too. Some days.
Yeah. Very few though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's same day. Usually I mark it while they're doing it.
Well, today the kids asked, how did you mark everybody's test in one day? I
Yeah.
said, well, I marked half of them before I even left the building.
Yeah.
One of you would write, one class would write, the next class I'm marking as the other class is writing. Wow. Yeah, I can't stand it.
We had in university, we had our preceptor, I guess, like the person who started teaching us on the course side for our field experience. We had this one lady doing it for our English field experience because I have an English degree, and her name was Rilla Sheridan Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And this name, like when you utter it, in the right company, it's like, oh, Rilla Sheridan Carson, Rilla Sheridan Carson. Like she was just a legend among those who had ever had her. You always remember her because she would have these classes, and we'd write these great big long essay things, and she'd literally have like 400 pages, and she'd have them marked with like notes and a big long like letter at the end of it, all about everything and encouragement and blah blah blah, in the next day.
Wow.
And like everyone was like, how do you do that? I mean, like that's, I don't even know how it's possible. Like in terms of like space-time continuum, like there's a limited number of hours, seconds in the day. How did she do that? But it was just amazing. And I mean, like impeccably marked with everything explained and annotated. It was bonkers. So yeah, I mean, I always kind of like, I hold her in very high regard as far as that kind of thing goes.
Wow.
But no. Well, I mean, there used to be a person here in our building. Her name was Denise. She taught here for a while, and she left because she got bored. She's like, I got this figured out, I'm leaving. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
She was an amazing teacher.
I don't think I'm ever
But
going to
she
figure
can mark
it
an
out.
essay in 2 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I can. When I am screaming marking essays, like screaming fast, not screaming like,
Yeah.
There's those
Well,
times too.
there's a little bit of both,
Yeah,
but
like that is like if I'm marking like a final exam,
Yeah.
so I don't have to make comments on it, I
Right.
can mark an essay in 3 minutes.
wow, that's impressive.
So, but with comments, it's 6.
I don't think I could.
6 minutes.
I think
per
it'd probably take me 15 minutes per, because I'm just
when I
like
started
that kind of
teaching,
reader.
I was around 12 to 15 per essay, but I got it down to 6
Absolutely.
just because you do 1,000 of them and you get good at it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So she used to do with comments 2 minutes.
Does
and I
marking-
watched her do it. I was like, holy smokes.
Does marking essays make you a faster reader too? Like, do you read books faster?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
But I like to read slowly though. I
am
read
such a
slowly on
slow
purpose.
reader.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry. Wow.
this is the worst episode ever. Happy New Year!
I love it. I love this episode.
All right, let's talk about timeouts.
Okay.
So, timeouts for the
You're going to have to remind me, man. Seriously. I've only been on one episode. Come on.
I know. I have to remind Sean, and he's been on like more of these than I have.
Okay.
A timeout is just that thing in the last month that has taken you away from work, given you a break. So it could be something you've seen, something you've read, something you've listened to, somewhere you've gone, something you've done, just like something that gave you that break, that timeout away from work. Nothing. Your life is work. It's January 1st, right? Christmas has happened. You've been to Jamaica. Those are good timeouts for saying.
It's true. Oh boy. Like, what would you say is a good timeout?
You know what?
What's
for
a
me,
timeout?
like I'm discovering, slowly I'm discovering the whole thing of like community events. Because I don't have a head for that kind of stuff, but my wife is really good at that kind of thing. So
Nice.
just sort of remembering that they're there and they happen. You live in a bigger city and stuff's happening all the time that you can go to.
Yeah.
So for us, we went to an outlying community near Edmonton, and they have this thing called the Christmas train, like CN Rail does like this. They have this, a train, like a full-size train that goes down the rails, and the entire thing is covered in lights. And they pull in the station. There's all these beautiful Christmas lights all over the side of the train, and then one big car opens up and there's a bunch of like musicians in there and they're like playing Christmas carols and they were playing the fiddle and there's like hot chocolate being handed out. And
What?
yeah, so we went with this. And of course, my son is obsessed with trains, so he loved it.
Okay.
And it's just a good vibe, right? You go out
That's
there and it's
fun.
like this free thing, and you know, there's beautiful Christmas lights, and there was like some notable like musicians playing, and they were really good. And
So do you sit in the car or do you?
no,
they
you're
open
outside.
the
They open the
okay.
whole side of the car just
They
opens
take
up.
it right off.
Yeah, and it opens down, like it folds down, open up
Oh,
onto a stage.
yes. Okay,
And then they're
got it.
playing like Christmas carols and stuff, and it's just a blast. So we had a great time with that.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so just like community events. That's
Where
like
was
that's
that?
my timeout.
Sorry. Come on.
Millet.
Really?
Millet, yeah, and it goes through. It was going through Millet, then Leduc, and then it was going to go to Edmonton. So Millet, I'm pretty sure their population like tripled for like an hour and a half because it was packed
And
in
all the
there.
town of Millet.
From all the Edmontonians thinking, I'm not going to do the Edmonton one; it's going to be too busy, so they all go to the Millet one.
That would make sense.
And it was busy, but it was fun. It was good enough. I got kids up on my shoulder, and they're dancing away, and you know, it was fun. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got nothing like that.
That's because you know, your life is dull.
It's
and
pretty
boring.
dull. I went to a volleyball game. No, practice. I dropped off a kid at a volleyball practice. I really.
You got no time out, like nothing you've watched, seen, listened to.
No, let me think.
No cultural item.
Let me think. Watching. No.
You leave me hanging.
I'm leaving you hanging.
I am seriously getting into this.
Actually, I have a couple. I mean, I guess I do. I did watch. You know, Netflix. Do they ever have those Netflix specials? I did watch one called The Final Table, and Shane,
Yeah.
I love watching chefs. Not because of the food that they make, because I love food so much, but because of how much passion they put into what they're making for someone else to eat.
I know this one. I think my wife just binged. It's like a season of it, right?
It's one season. Did she watch it?
I think she did. Yeah.
Okay, that was
I
my
watched little
timeout.
bits of it. And it's hilarious.
It's actually pretty cool because, I
is.
mean, it's chefs all over the world who are known, who have their own restaurants,
Yeah.
and may not have actually started out as chefs, but
Yeah.
picked it up because it was naturally a passion of theirs. So they pursued it, ended up owning their own restaurants. Some of them had Michelin stars.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to do this one last thing, which was to be at the final table with some of the well-known chefs all around the world. So they had to cook something from every country, well, specific countries,
Yeah.
but
So each episode's themed. Yeah.
each
yeah.
episode is based off of a country, and
Yeah.
they would invite ambassadors to taste the food from that country.
Yeah.
And of course, the final decision was made by a chef, a well-known chef of that country.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the creativity, the way that they put food together, and then
Yeah.
their mindset when they're doing it. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're passionate about food.
Yeah.
I actually like it. So
Yeah. I like it when you get into the psychology of like not just the what, but the why.
Yeah.
Of really anything, right?
Yeah, true. Anything. And yeah, because I mean, I love food. Who doesn't like to eat?
I do it 3 times a day at least.
No. So, and there's a part of me that's going, can't you just make that for me? Can someone just get me a plate of whatever it is that is? Because it
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
But it's not so much about that. It's just watching them create.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating. And you're right. It could be anything.
Yeah. It's just listening to a professional talk about what they do, especially while they're doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Like one of my favorite experiences from last year when we were doing the musical was JR. Do you know JR? John Reed? Anyway, he was the lighting director guy. And he was...
I know JR, yeah.
Yeah, we were between shows,
Yeah.
and then he was like fiddling with the lighting, and he was telling me why he was putting lights in certain spots and why the colors were doing, and just explaining the impact that has. And I mean, like, I just wanted to be like, yeah, okay, keep going, just keep talking. This is amazing. This is so fascinating, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, he had to go, and I had to go, but it was so cool because he was just got in this conversation where he's like explaining what and he's really good. Like he is a professional. It's what he does.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I've hit mine yet. Like, is that, I teach, but
Yeah, it's boring.
Is that like,
teaching's boring?
you know, people like look at you and go, wow, look at her. She's just
How
so,
does she do
like,
that?
she's so creative and she like she's so passionate about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's my thing. I don't know. But I just like watching other people when
for sure.
they're doing
Well, there's a
exactly
certain
what
amount
it
of
is.
dazzle factor depending on what you do, right? I mean, teaching isn't a particularly dazzly profession.
No, people don't go, wow, you're
Ooh,
a teacher.
They say, I could do that.
No, people say, well, the first question is, what grade do you teach? Oh, because then all of a sudden that makes a difference, right?
Yeah, yeah.
7 and 8. Ooh.
Oh, so you teach the little kids. You teach them like addition and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, no, they ooh.
Oh, that's just it. Like, ooh,
Ooh.
yeah.
What? Ooh.
That's everyone's reaction when you say grade 8, though. Even another teacher will say, ooh, grade 8, ooh.
No, it's like grade 8. It's like the whole boom, grade 8. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we have we
got
plowed
enough
this
there?
one to the ground.
You got enough there?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is top quality content.
All right. I don't know about that. This, by the way, is the last episode for Nadine Young.
That's right. You're officially fired.
Yeah. Suck.
Did you just say like suck? Is that what you said? Nice. Thank you. Just like Sean Smith, who also sucks.
I'm ditching next time.
All right, we're done.
All right.
And if you want to get in touch or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email me at theedpodcast@gmail.com or hit me up on Twitter at theedpodcast. If you want to listen to more of Ed, you can head over to the website, theedpodcast.podbean.com, or you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or the podcatcher of your choice. Just search up Ed Conversations. Ed is, as always, a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network powered by ATB. You can find this and all other member podcasts at albertapodcastnetwork.com. Ed can also be heard on Voice Ed Radio. It's 24-hour internet broadcasting devoted to the best ideas in education. Just head over to voiced.ca. So, on behalf of myself and Nadine, thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.